Have you ever felt like your introverted nature is holding you back? Do you struggle with social interactions, wishing you could be more outgoing and confident? If so, this video is for you. The truth is, being introverted isn't a flaw, but if you feel like it's stopping you from forming connections, speaking up, or seizing opportunities, then it's time to expand your comfort zone. Today, we're diving deep into how you can shift from an introverted mindset to an extroverted one, without forcing yourself to be someone you're not. Instead of feeling drained by social situations, you'll learn how to navigate them with confidence and ease. But before we begin, take a second to subscribe to Beyond Vision Mindset. We bring you powerful insights on personal growth, confidence, and self-mastery, helping you break past your limitations and unlock your full potential. If you're ready to stop overthinking, start connecting, and embrace a more social, outgoing side of yourself, let's get started. 1. Understand the introvert-extrovert spectrum. The first step in this transformation is understanding that introversion and extroversion are not fixed labels. They are fluid, existing on a spectrum. No one is purely introverted or purely extroverted. Rather, people have varying degrees of both traits. Many believe that being an extrovert means always loving social interaction, while being an introvert means always avoiding it. But in reality, extroversion is a skill that can be developed, just like confidence or public speaking. You're not stuck as an introvert. You can gradually shift towards being more social by learning the right strategies and practicing consistently. A big misconception is that introverts must completely change their personality to become extroverted. That's not the goal. You don't have to be loud, the center of attention, or constantly socializing to be considered extroverted. Instead, it's about building the confidence to engage with others when you choose to, without fear or hesitation. Extroversion is not about being the most talkative person in the room. It's about being comfortable in social environments, knowing how to express yourself freely, and having the ability to connect with people when you want to. One of the reasons introverts struggle with becoming more extroverted is the energy factor. Introverts often feel drained after social interactions, while extroverts feel energized. But what many don't realize is that this is largely due to comfort and experience. When something feels unfamiliar or difficult, it takes more energy. The more you practice being social, the less energy it will take. Instead of focusing on how exhausting socializing feels, shift your mindset to see it as a skill-building opportunity, just like working out, studying, or learning a new language. Over time, what once felt tiring and unnatural will start to feel effortless. So, before you move forward in this journey, shift your perspective. Being introverted doesn't mean you're bad at socializing. It just means you need to develop your social endurance, just like a runner builds stamina. And becoming extroverted doesn't mean changing who you are. It simply means expanding your abilities so that social situations no longer feel intimidating or exhausting. 2. Start small with social exposure. One of the biggest mistakes introverts make when trying to become more extroverted is thinking they need to make a massive leap overnight. They assume they have to suddenly start attending big parties, striking up conversations with strangers, or being the loudest voice in the room. But that's not how real change happens. If you try to force yourself into extreme social situations too quickly, you'll likely feel overwhelmed and retreat even further into your comfort zone. Instead, the key is gradual exposure, taking small, manageable steps that build your confidence over time. Think of it like going to the gym. If you've never lifted weights before, you wouldn't start with the heaviest dumbbells. You'd begin with something light and gradually increase the weight as your muscles get stronger. The same principle applies to socializing. You need to train your social muscles by starting with simple, low-pressure interactions. Here are a few small ways you can begin exposing yourself to more social situations. Say hello to one new person every day. Whether it's a coworker, a barista, or a neighbor, a simple, "Hey, how's your day going?" helps normalize casual interactions. Make brief small talk in safe environments. Start with people you see regularly, like a classmate, colleague, or gym buddy. A short conversation about the weather, a shared interest, or something happening around you can help you ease into social interactions. Attend smaller social gatherings before tackling larger ones. A small dinner with a few friends is much easier to handle than a crowded event full of strangers. Build up your social tolerance in comfortable settings before jumping into bigger challenges. Spend more time in social environments, even if you're not directly engaging. Go to a cafe and read a book, visit a co-working space instead of working from home, or sit in a park where people are around. Simply being in social settings helps reduce anxiety over time. As you start taking these small steps, you'll begin to notice something interesting. What once felt intimidating or awkward will start to feel normal. The more you put yourself in social situations, the more comfortable and natural they will become. Your brain adapts through repetition. Another powerful trick is to reframe social interactions as learning experiences rather than performance tests. Many introverts avoid talking to people because they fear saying something wrong or coming off as awkward. But the reality is, no one expects you to be perfect. If a conversation doesn't go smoothly, it's not a failure, it's just practice. Instead of overanalyzing what you said, focus on what you learned from the interaction and use it to improve next time. The key takeaway: you don't have to go from being completely reserved to super outgoing all at once. Growth happens through consistent, small actions. Every conversation, every hello, and every attempt at engagement adds up. Social confidence is built through exposure and repetition. The more you do it, the easier it gets. 3. Develop confident body language. Before you even say a word, your body language speaks for you. Many introverts struggle with social confidence not because they lack things to say, but because their posture, facial expressions, and overall presence signal nervousness or discomfort. If you want to become more extroverted, you have to train yourself to adopt open and confident body language, even before you feel fully comfortable in social settings. Think about the difference between someone who exudes confidence and someone who seems closed off. A confident person stands tall, makes eye contact, and moves with purpose. An introverted person who is struggling to socialize might cross their arms, avoid eye contact, or hunch their shoulders. Without realizing it, you might be pushing people away simply through your posture. The good news: body language is one of the easiest things to fix, and once you do, people will start responding to you differently. Here's how to start improving your body language to appear more outgoing and self-assured. Stand tall with good posture. Keep your back straight, shoulders relaxed, and chin up. Good posture not only makes you look more confident, but it also makes you feel more confident. Make eye contact when speaking and listening. Instead of looking away or down, maintain natural eye contact for a few seconds at a time. It signals confidence and makes people feel like you're engaged. Use open gestures. Avoid crossing your arms, keeping your hands in your pockets, or looking stiff. Use your hands naturally when you speak, It makes you appear more expressive and approachable. Smile more often. A genuine smile makes you instantly more inviting and makes others feel comfortable around you. People are naturally drawn to warm, friendly expressions. Speak clearly and at a steady pace. Many introverts speak too fast or too softly out of nervousness. Take your time, project your voice, and allow pauses in conversation. It will make you seem more relaxed and in control. One of the easiest ways to practice confident body language is by observing people who are naturally extroverted. Watch how they move, how they enter a room, and how they engage with others. Then, start mirroring those behaviors in your own interactions. Even if it feels unnatural at first, over time, it will become second nature. Another trick is to fake it until you make it. Studies show that adopting confident body language can actually trick your brain into feeling more confident. When you stand tall, smile, and use open gestures, your brain releases positive chemicals that reduce stress and increase self-assurance. The way you carry yourself shapes how others perceive you, and more importantly, how you perceive yourself. By mastering your body language, you'll start feeling more comfortable in social situations, and before you know it, engaging with others will become effortless. 4. Strengthen your conversation skills. Many introverts struggle with conversations because they overthink what to say, worry about awkward silences, or feel pressure to be entertaining. But being extroverted isn't about having the perfect words all the time. It's about being comfortable in interactions and knowing how to keep a conversation flowing naturally. The good news: conversation is a skill, and like any skill, it can be improved with practice. The first step to becoming a better conversationalist is shifting your focus. Instead of worrying about what you'll say next, focus on the other person. People love talking about themselves, and if you can get someone to open up, the conversation will flow effortlessly. Here are some simple techniques to make talking to people easier. Use open-ended questions. Instead of asking questions that lead to yes or no answers, ask things that encourage longer responses. Instead of, "Did you like the movie?" try, "What did you think about the movie?" This invites the other person to share more, keeping the conversation going. Practice active listening. Many people think being a good talker makes you extroverted, but being a great listener makes you even more engaging. Nod, make small responses like, "That's interesting," or "Tell me more," and show genuine interest in what they're saying. Find common ground. Conversations flow easier when you connect over shared interests. If someone mentions something you enjoy, whether it's a hobby, a TV show, or a life experience, use that as a starting point to dive deeper into the discussion. Use the repeat and reflect method. If someone says, "I just got back from a trip to Spain," you can respond with, "Spain. That sounds amazing. What was your favorite part of the trip?" This technique makes people feel heard and keeps them talking. Embrace pauses instead of fearing them. Many introverts panic when there's a brief silence in conversation, but pauses are natural. Instead of rushing to fill the gap, let the silence breathe and allow the conversation to flow naturally. Another major shift is learning to reframe social interactions as opportunities instead of obstacles. If you view conversations as a performance where you have to impress people, you'll feel pressure. But if you see them as simple exchanges where you're just getting to know someone, you'll feel more at ease. One way to practice is by engaging in low-pressure conversations throughout your day. Chat with a cashier, compliment a co-worker's outfit, or ask a friend about their weekend. The more you practice, the less intimidating conversations will feel. Over time, as you build your conversation skills, you'll notice something important. Socializing isn't about saying the perfect thing. It's about making people feel comfortable and engaged. When you focus on connection instead of perfection, becoming more extroverted becomes effortless. 5. Embrace the power of yes. For introverts, the thought of saying yes to social invitations or new experiences can often feel daunting. The natural inclination might be to decline invitations or avoid certain situations due to the fear of discomfort or social fatigue. However, a key part of becoming more extroverted is learning to embrace opportunities for social interaction, even when they push you out of your comfort zone. The more you say yes, the more you open yourself up to growth and connection. Here's why saying yes can be so powerful. Overcoming fear. Saying yes to social events, even if they make you feel anxious, is a way to face your fears head-on. The more you do this, the more you prove to yourself that you can handle discomfort. Often, the anticipation of a social situation is worse than the situation itself. By saying yes, you're training your mind to embrace the unknown and trust in your ability to adapt. Expanding your comfort zone. Each time you say yes to a social experience, whether it's a party, a meetup, or even a simple dinner with friends, you're expanding your comfort zone. As you build these experiences, what once felt uncomfortable will eventually feel familiar. Building new connections. Saying yes opens the door to meeting new people, forming connections, and strengthening your social network. Even if you don't feel immediately at ease, every interaction is an opportunity to learn, grow, and potentially forge meaningful relationships. Here are some practical ways you can start embracing the power of yes. Start with small commitments. If you've been avoiding social events, try saying yes to smaller, lower-pressure situations first, such as a coffee with a friend or attending a casual hangout. Gradually increase the size or formality of the events you say yes to as you get more comfortable. Say yes to personal challenges. Challenge yourself to say yes to activities that push your boundaries, like volunteering to lead a group activity or giving a short speech at a social event. These experiences will help you develop more confidence in your social abilities. Reframe your perspective. Instead of viewing social engagements as obligations, try to see them as opportunities for growth and fun. Even if you're an introvert at heart, stepping into new social situations can be energizing when you shift your mindset. Keep track of your progress. Make note of how you felt after saying yes to social events. Did you feel proud of yourself? Did you make new connections? Over time, you'll realize that saying yes was often more rewarding than you expected. The power of yes is rooted in embracing discomfort and trusting in your ability to handle it. By saying yes more often, you'll find that social situations become less intimidating, and you'll begin to feel more extroverted naturally. So, the next time you're invited to something or presented with a new social opportunity, instead of retreating into your shell, take a deep breath and say yes. The more you do, the more you'll discover a side of yourself that's capable of thriving in social environments. 6. Be authentic in your interactions. One of the core aspects of building social confidence and becoming more extroverted is being authentic in your interactions with others. Often, introverts may struggle with this because they worry about being judged or misunderstood. However, authenticity is what truly attracts people and fosters deeper connections. Here's why being authentic is crucial for becoming more extroverted. People are drawn to authenticity. When you're genuine and true to yourself, you radiate confidence, which makes you more approachable and likable. People appreciate sincerity, and when they see you being real, it builds trust and encourages meaningful interactions. It reduces social anxiety. Trying to be someone you're not or pretending to fit in can heighten feelings of anxiety and self-doubt. On the other hand, embracing who you truly are allows you to relax in social situations. You no longer need to worry about putting on a facade because you're confident in your true self. You attract the right people. By being authentic, you naturally draw in people who align with your values, interests, and personality. These are the people who will support and understand you, creating stronger, more genuine connections. Here's how you can cultivate authenticity in your interactions. Embrace your unique qualities. Don't feel like you have to conform to others' expectations. Celebrate the traits that make you different, whether it's your interests, sense of humor, or perspective on life. Being comfortable with yourself makes it easier to relate to others authentically. Practice active listening. Truly listening to others is a sign of authenticity. When you engage in conversations, focus on understanding the other person's perspective rather than worrying about what to say next. Being present in the moment helps build a stronger, more genuine connection. Be honest, but kind. Honesty is an essential part of authenticity, but it's important to communicate in a way that's respectful and considerate of others' feelings. Express your thoughts and opinions clearly, but always with empathy. Let go of perfectionism. Don't worry about saying the perfect thing or making a mistake. Everyone is human, and authenticity comes from embracing imperfections. When you let go of the need to be perfect, you'll naturally relax and enjoy social interactions more. Build your confidence slowly. Start by being authentic in smaller social settings and gradually move to larger groups or events. The more you practice being yourself, the more comfortable you'll become in various social situations. By focusing on authenticity, you'll find that social interactions feel more natural and enjoyable. Authenticity attracts people who resonate with you and allows you to build more meaningful, fulfilling relationships. And as you build your confidence in being true to yourself, you'll find it easier to step into extroverted situations without fear. Conclusion. Becoming more extroverted is not about changing who you are but about tapping into your inner strength and confidence to engage more fully with the world around you. By embracing strategies like overcoming fear of rejection, developing self-awareness, practicing active listening, stepping outside your comfort zone, and being authentic, you can gradually build the social confidence needed to thrive in any situation. Remember, progress doesn't happen overnight. It takes consistent effort and practice, but every step forward is a victory in itself. Embrace the journey, and don't be afraid to be yourself along the way. The more you challenge yourself, the more extroverted and confident you'll become. Thank you for watching. If you found these tips helpful, make sure to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on personal growth and confidence. If you want to dive deeper into building a strong mindset and unlocking your full potential, be sure to check out the rest of my videos here at Beyond Vision Mindset. Remember, the key to becoming more extroverted lies in being true to yourself and taking small, consistent actions. Keep growing, stay confident, and I'll see you in the next video.